This is the WJTS News. In tonight's news, a woman is arrested for neglect and multiple drugs. A senior trooper with the Jasper Post is promoted to the SWAT Team. Carrie Schneider pays a visit to the Humane Society. Kurt Gugzel is in with sports, and for tonight's Inform, we talk to Mike Ackerman, chairman of the 2018 Strassenfest, and Heath Klemper, who is the entertainment chair for this year's event. All this and more coming up on 18 WJTS News. Good evening, I'm Jurnee Davis with news here on WJTS. The execution of a search warrant at a Northside Jasper apartment Monday afternoon by multiple law enforcement agencies resulted in the arrest of a Jasper woman on various charges, including dealing in multiple types of drugs and the neglect of two dependents. Around 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, officers from the Jasper Police Department, the Huntingburg Police Department, and the Du Bois County Sheriff's Department served the warrant at an apartment located along the 4000th block of Manor Drive. While serving the warrant, officers located 14 Schedule 4 drugs, 15 types of legend drugs, 25 types of a Schedule 3 drug, a bag of marijuana, multiple scales, heroin, several loaded needles, methamphetamine, and several glass pipes commonly used for smoking meth. Police say 2 juveniles were also present inside the residence. 31-year-old Carol Sizemore of Jasper was placed under arrest. She was taken to and booked into the Du Bois County Security Center on felony charges of dealing methamphetamine, possession of methamphetamine, possession of heroin, dealing heroin, possession of a syringe, possession of marijuana, 2 counts of neglect of a dependent, maintaining a common nuisance, dealing in a controlled substance, dealing in a Schedule 4 controlled substance, 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance, possession of paraphernalia, and possession of a legend drug. Figures released Monday afternoon by the Indiana Department of Workforce Development show that Du Bois County tied with Elkhart County at 2.7%, which is 0.1% behind LaGrange County, who came in at 2.6%. Statewide, Indiana's unemployment rate stands at 3.3% for June and remains lower than the national rate of 4%. With the exception of 1 month when it was equal in October of 2014, Indiana's unemployment rate has now been below the U.S. rate for more than 4 years. The monthly unemployment rate is a U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics indicator reflecting the number of unemployed people seeking employment within the prior 4 weeks as a percentage of the total labor force. The state's labor force had a net increase of 14,948 over the previous month. They say it was a result of a 3,785 increase in unemployed residents and an increase of 11,163 employed residents. The department also added that Indiana's initial unemployment insurance claims continue to be at historic lows. Now locally, as we mentioned, Du Bois County placed in a 2-way tie with Elkhart County with the state's second lowest unemployment rate last month at 2.7%. Davies and Martin counties both came in at 3.1%. Warwick at 3.2%, Spencer 3.4%, Pike 3.6%, Perry came in at 3.9%, Orange 4.1%, and Crawford County's June unemployment rate stood at 4.2%. Vermilion County, north of Terre Haute, once again had the state's highest unemployment rate at 5.6%. The Jasper Police Department is requesting the public's assistance as they look to identify both a male and female subject involved in a recent theft at the Jasper Walmart store. Police say the incident took place this past Sunday at the Northside Supercenter. According to police surveillance photos, the male is a black man wearing a black t-shirt and gray shorts, while the female is white and has long dark hair and is wearing a maroon top. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Jasper Police Department at 812-482-2255, or they also have an anonymous tip line at 812-481-COPS. A Lagodi man was placed under arrest last week for intimidating a Department of Child Services case manager. Last Thursday, Indiana State Police Senior Trooper Jared Lentz completed an investigation into statements made by 39-year-old Ryan Bell of Lagodi, to a Department of Child Services family case manager assigned to Martin County. The investigation revealed that Bell had made a phone call to the case manager and left one voicemail involving an intimidating statement. The voicemail stemmed from a recent interaction Bell had had with the Department of Child Service office on July 18. Under advisement of Martin County's prosecutor's office, Bell was arrested and booked into the Martin County Jail without incident. He is currently facing a level 6 felony count of intimidation. The traffic pattern for the upcoming school year at Jasper Middle School will remain the same. Last night, Greater Jasper Consolidated School Superintendent Dr. Tracy Lurai told the Greater Jasper Board that with construction of the new Jasper Elementary School will come an improved traffic flow aimed at keeping parents out of the main road and lessening congestion that already accompanies the student pickup at the middle school. However, Lurai says the introduction of this new traffic pattern for student pickup will have to wait, as certain construction criteria are put in place. Lurai hopes that an improved pattern will be introduced sometime before the elementary school is finished, giving parents enough time to acclimate themselves with the new traffic flow. Lurai also spoke about how the school would handle receiving handheld metal detectors following Governor Eric Holcomb's announcement of a new initiative to provide handheld metal detectors to all schools that want them. The school district did request handheld devices used as a proactive security measure from the state. However, Lurai stressed that the school will work to have sound policies in order before use of the devices, along with taking time to conduct more research into the best use practices of these metal detectors. She added that there are many variables to flesh out before any implementation of the devices. Over 3,000 handheld metal detectors have already been requested statewide, a majority of those by traditional public school corporations, following the governor's announcement on July 9th. That the state will provide one handheld metal detector per every 250 students in a school corporation at no cost to the district. A new road is being built that aims to relieve traffic congestion near Holiday World and Santa Claus. Construction has started on the road on the west side of the town, which will connect Indiana 162 and Indiana 245. Land for the project was donated by the estate of Philip Cook, a member of Holiday World's founding family, who died in 2013 at the age of 47. The road will be named after him. The new road will also incorporate a biking and hiking trail connecting to the recreational trail system in the town. A federal grant is paying for 80% of the $1.3 million project, which is expected to be completed this year. Indiana State Police Superintendent Doug Carter recently promoted Senior Trooper Charles Johnson of the Indiana State Police Jasper Post to the South Zone SWAT Team. Johnson is a Perry County native and a 10-year veteran of the Indiana State Police. Johnson graduated from the 68th Indiana State Police Recruit Academy in December 2007. Following his graduation with the Recruit Academy, Johnson was assigned to the Jasper Post, where he was patrolling primarily for Perry County for the majority of his career. During 10 years of service, Johnson has achieved numerous certifications, including Specialties and Field Training Officer, Tactical Intervention Platoon or Riot Squad, Defensive Tactics Instructor, Indiana Law Enforcement Academy Instructor, and Marijuana Eradication Coordinator. Indiana State Police Jasper Post Commander Lieutenant Jason Allen says that Senior Trooper Johnson will be an asset to the SWAT team and will continue to serve the citizens of Indiana well in his new assignment. Before joining the Indiana State Police, Johnson spent 3 years serving as a corrections officer for the Indiana Department of Corrections. Johnson was also a firearms instructor during his time with IDOC. Johnson has served as the Perry County Fraternal Order of Police Lodge number 137 president for the previous 5 years. The FOP participates in numerous community events throughout the year, which includes sponsoring a week-long kids camp where kids spend time with police officers in the outdoors. That's been a look at your local news. Stay tuned. We have Carrie Schneider at the Du Bois County Humane Society again this week. Then it's your local outlook and weather forecast, followed by sports and Inform on 18 WJTS.